All right, people, what's going on? Big Matt and Diamond Dean's in the house. Hope everybody's having a good day. I know I am. What a beautiful day we have today. Good to see all you back, guys. At show 180, Dean.
180.
180.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. I can't believe the good Lord has blessed us enough to be able to do 180 shows. What is up, Jeff? Good to see you on here. We've been on here chatting with him about some Alabama basketball, and we're going to get to all that stuff. Today, guys, what about Nick Saban's comments about this new pod scheduling? And I'm going to get a deep look inside Penn State. They've picked up some recruits here lately. And what you got, Dan?
Got a good guy. I've got SEC basketball, and we're going to talk and see. Obviously, we're Alabama fans, and we're just going to debate or take a look at if the three-pointer is going to hurt them down the road. And we'll tell our opinions on that. I can't reveal that right now. But
y'all come back. Hang with us. Here we are. We're back, and we are live in the house. Good to see everybody, and hope everybody's having a great day. It's what a beautiful day it's been out the last couple of days. It's been nice. Had some storms roll through here a little bit on Friday. As you can see, we're posted live up here in Bridgestone Stadium up here in Nashville, getting ready for the SEC tournament. Dean's going to break all that stuff down.
We're here 4 days early.
We're here, and we're going to camp, and we're sleeping in the bathrooms.
Yeah. We got bathroom. We got Polish sausages and Cokes.
I mean, what else does a man need?
Nah, TV.
Braves take on Yankees today. We'll mention that here in a little bit. FSU rumors about maybe wanting to go to the SEC. Are they ready to be an SEC team? Could they compete?
Well, they've just now kind of getting back on their feet.
That's what I think. They may be in contingents for ACC. They better play Clemson and,
Obviously, back when Bowden and Fisher was there, they could, but not right now. I don't know if that's a good time to make that jump.
I don't know.
You're turning things around.
It's rumors, and you know how rumors are. Mm-hmm. They don't never mean nothing. Charlie Strong back at Bama. What about that?
I saw that. What's he going to be doing? Just an analyst?
Same stuff. Yeah.
He must have done a good job.
Yeah, he's a good coach, man. I like Coach Strong. I think he's a good fit for Alabama to bring in some toughness and mental awareness. Those are the kind of things that he brings to the table. I think it's going to be a good deal for.
I heard the analysts do a lot more than most people think.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're pretty busy, but it's what they love to do. And Coach Strong's he's been head football coaches, and he was at Texas and been around Miami forever, and he's a good coach.
Right. I think he's fantastic.
I'm glad it's a good hire.
Yeah.
NFL Combine, I've been watching for a few days, keeping up some of that. We've been flipping through some of this here. Most NFL-ready defensive prospect, they're talking about Anderson. He may be one if
Carter.
If he gets in some trouble, with the racing and all the deal he's having to go through. Best wishes to him. I know he feels terrible about the whole thing,
I know. Me and somebody were talking the other day, and again, kind of like the deal with Miller. I'm like, well, he don't need to be arrested. He got arrested they were like, I thought, for what? Well, he killed 2 people that were racing. I'm like,
he wasn't driving.
They were racing too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I don't like his third-party guilt stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
it's just like almost like me and you decide to race.
It's bad.
On the way home. Let's go over to my house after the show, and we decide to race, and if I flip over, that's not your fault.
Yeah. There's a lot of problems with a lot of things going on now. I feel bad about the whole situation. I hope it works out. And but that could bring out a chance for Will to be one.
Yeah, right.
Now, this right here, that's talking about Anthony A.R. A few of his past touchdowns in FCS career, first-round pick, quarterback since 2000. Michael Vick, awesome. Trey Lance, he was going to work out and be okay. Cam Newton was good. And
Yeah.
Blake Gabbert turned out to be he's decent.
Yeah. He
I don't-
started some.
Rushing, of course, he's first. Touchdowns, but interceptions. I broke down his stats last week. He was like
Did he throw a bunch?
27 for 13 or something.
Really?
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
His QBR's not good. But at the combine, I watched him, Dean, and he lit it up. His deep passes were on the money. Short passes were right. He was fast in the 40. He's strong. And then Bryce not working out.
Mm-hmm.
There's already a lot of spillover about him being too small.
Right.
He's not
That
even
didn't
6 foot.
help.
He's not even 6 foot tall. He's not close to 200 pounds. So it's definitely not good for Bryce him not being able to work out. That's Josh Pate here was looking at talking on CBS.
We're trying to figure out his weekly schedule.
Yeah. So that's some of that, and let's get into. Let me pull this up here, and we'll talk about this pod scheduling.
Yeah, I saw that. There was some confusion. I didn't really understand what he was talking about.
Y'all get to see it on the screen.
You didn't
there.
either, did you?
Well, I don't understand why is he fussing? I mean,
He plays them every year.
we play him all the time. So y'all.
I just misunderstood. Did we misunderstand the article?
Well, I think I read some more and watched some more stuff, and we'll go through this real quick here.
right.
Podcast listeners, Spotify and Applecast, we appreciate you guys. Alabama's permanent opponents: Alabama, LSU, Tennessee. Arkansas's is Missouri, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. Auburn's Bama, Georgia, Mississippi State. Florida's is Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee. Georgia's is Auburn, Florida, and South Carolina. Kentucky's is Missouri, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt. LSU's is Bama, Ole Miss, and A&M. Mississippi State's is Auburn, Kentucky, Ole Miss. Missouri's is Arkansas, Kentucky, and A&M. South Carolina's is Florida, Georgia, and Vanderbilt. Tennessee's is Alabama, Florida, and Vandy. A&M's is Arkansas, LSU, and Missouri. And Vanderbilt's last. They got Kentucky, South Carolina, and Tennessee. So
What does that mean?
Saying all this, well, they're locked in.
No
So,
matter.
Yeah.
What happens,
When they change it this year,
you're
it's
going to
coming.
play them three every year.
Yeah, because they're going to go this 12-team playoff.
And Saban griped about it.
Yeah, and just by listening to what I just said there, podcast listeners, you can go back or you can type it in online, pod scheduling 2023, and look at it and pick your favorite team out. And his point was, after reading more, he's not griping about playing them because they've dominated. Have they not dominated Auburn, LSU, and Tennessee for the past 15 years?
Yes.
Okay. So he's
And
not.
they've lost to them. Well, Tennessee once. They've lost to them, but no, they're way ahead.
Yeah, so he's not complaining about having to play them because they're going to. They always have.
Right.
But he said they did a 10-year study. This is what they've done. They did 10 years, and they tried to do it evenly by 10 years. And he's just saying, if that's how you did it, then if you say it's it's supposed to be equal, he said, I don't see where that's equal. No, if you're going to call it equal, then it should be equal. And I'm fine. He said,
But they're not going to be equal with anybody.
We're going to play them anyway.
Yeah.
But if you're going to say you're going to make it equal, then all these other teams that I just named, like Kentucky, Missouri, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt.
That's their three.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or Tennessee, Bama, Florida, and Vandy. So a lot of these teams that are getting Vanderbilt, and
They're going to play them every year.
Georgia's got Auburn, Florida, South Carolina. They had a good season last year. Maybe South Carolina's going to come on.
That'd be good.
Coach Beamer's doing a good job. But South Carolina and Florida and Auburn's got a new coach.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do it by scoring and how teams score, all three of Bama's opponents, they're the only team that has those three that average 40 points or more. All the other teams, their third team is a Vandy or a.
So what
or
he's
A&M.
saying is there are three teams, all of them's good.
Yeah, and
There's not a bad team.
everybody else's is like Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, or Missouri.
Yeah.
Now, they can't, like, Georgia can't help it that Florida's not been killing it in the past.
Right. Georgia's got a tough. I mean, on paper,
They
could
got
be.
the easiest schedule you've ever seen. They're going to walk to the SEC West.
Unless South Carolina and them are a lot better than.
They
They
was-
could be.
They was last year.
Yeah.
South Carolina was better.
Yeah.
So that from reading it more, he's not complaining about having to play him because I mean, why would? But my thing
He's
was
just saying they got a hard draw. They got the worst draw of everybody.
yes. But when you're Alabama, my point is, well, you're Alabama.
Yeah. Well, that's just part of it.
You're Alabama. You're supposed to get the worst draw because you're the best team in the nation, not just in the conference. You've carried the conference for years and years and years.
I mean, he says that, but Tennessee only hadn't been good every year.
They have been once in 15 years.
They were real good last year. They were okay the year before that. They were good a couple times a few years back when Dobbs and them played there. But I don't know. I don't know if I see what he's saying. I see what you're saying. Our three's tougher than everybody else's.
Yeah, because everybody else's third team is like Vanderbilt or Missouri or and he's looking at his going. I got Tennessee.
I got to play Tennessee, LSU, and Auburn, which I knew I had to play Auburn every year, no matter what.
Yeah, you're gonna get to Auburn because of the Iron Bowl.
Yeah.
And
you're going
to get Tennessee, it's one of the older rivals.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose that rival. And it just so happens.
So if LSU's in the West and Alabama's in the East, they're still playing LSU.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think I think they're trying to get away from. I've read from and Josh Pate too. I've watched some of his stuff. They're trying to maybe get away from an East and West maybe.
I hope.
And they're just going to do a straight.
I kind of like the way they do it in basketball. You just
straight ticket, and the best two.
Yeah.
Will play for the conference. And if it's Tennessee and Georgia that year, well, that's who plays for the conference.
Right. So, like in basketball, let's just say
it's not East or West.
No, right. It would be if this was football, the way they did basketball, it'd be Alabama and Texas A&M. They're 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That's it. Everybody else is done. Those two play for this.
Yeah, if it turns out to be Bama and LSU, well, I don't want to hear no whining or crying.
No, I mean that's the top two.
That's just it is what it is.
Top two by wins in the conference. E2, not overall record.
10-6, by the way. The 6-4 Yankees beat the 4-4 Braves. Orioles also win. Twins beat Tigers. Red Sox beat the Marlins, and the Pirates beat Kirby Puckett's old team, the Twins.
This is just what do you call it? So, Matt, on top of their 162 games, they got 30 preseason games, right? Spring training.
Yeah.
Then the playoffs, if they make it.
The end of the fourth, the Lakers beat Golden State 113-105. Anthony Davis, LeBron's hurt or AD's coming back. And
he's out for a while. I put on there the other day. Said, why do we have to hear about the 21st best team in the...
Well, AD's going to need somebody.
But in the NBA, they talk about them constantly.
AD played good today. Hits a late floater in the lane to win the game. But he's going to need somebody if they're going to try to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're not making a run at it. They're just trying to get in the playoffs.
Not without LeBron. They're not. It's not going to happen.
No, but I mean, okay, let's move on. Yeah. No, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. Well, that's all that's their money thing. I
won't hear about Boston and Philadelphia. They're the best two teams in the league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what about KD being at the Suns? Think he's going to...
Yeah, he scored 23 the other night.
Think he's going to work out?
I think so. I just think... I can't see him having a lot of problems down there. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
They've got a good team. They got a good coach. The atmosphere's electric. I just can't see him being...
What about Russ at the Clippers?
I like it.
With
I like
Kawhi?
It. Was Kawhi playing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is Paul George still there?
Yeah. They made a pretty good run of the night, and actually Russ was one of the better shooters on the team. Kawhi missed a bunch of shots.
I think that he got a bad rap.
Well, he moved from upstairs to downstairs to the basement team, the Clippers.
Yeah. Who's better than the Lakers?
I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
I was a big Kawhi fan, but he's just not going to play defense. He's just not.
But not going to play.
But most players don't even play defense at all anymore.
No, and that's what tickled me to when some of those arguments we were having or debates, and somebody would come in there and talk about how much better the defense was now. Did you watch the All-Star game?
NBA?
That was horrible.
No, I ain't watched that in a long time. All right, there's that. Combine, FSU, Braves lost. Sabans list. We got Penn State, and we're going to do Bama, and we got some local stuff. And the last topic around the round table that we like to do when we start the show off, bring up conversation, and we got a lot of comments on here. So let's roll the comment section for just a
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Roll it up here, Dean. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Lord, we got all kinds of stuff going on here.
We got comments?
Oh, man. Jeff Anderson Bryce might be better suited for the Canucks. If Saban doesn't complain, then he's not happy.
True.
Where is OU in Texas? Yes, that's it's on. It's on another list that I seen, Jeff. I did see that.
I'm gonna ask you something here.
SEC's going to name a game schedule with the permanent 3. Yeah, that's what we was. And OU and Texas were all geographically. Who you think Texas's opponents was going to be? Oklahoma and A&M, and Oklahoma, and then Oklahoma's
Arkansas.
3 would be
Probably
Missouri,
Texas.
Arkansas, Texas.
Yeah.
They do it geographically. I'll say this: Mark Welsh, what's up, brother? Ole Miss should be a locked-in game for Bama. Yeah, I hope so.
It's not though.
Yeah, we're fixing to share that little thing too. Don't underestimate Spencer.
Oh, Rattler. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a good game. I've checked. I'm not checked in a while. What's the first thing you mentioned, Mark? I just talked about that pod scheduling. How Bama gets Auburn, LSU, and Tennessee every year, and Saban just thought that, if we're going to say it's going to be even, then let's do it evenly. And all the other teams have their third team is like Vanderbilt and Missouri, and Florida. But
that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, but see, and you can't, like I said, Vanderbilt can't help. They're just not good at football.
No, well, I mean, they can't get guys that can help them. I mean,
there won't
it's
be
education
East and West,
first.
only one huge conference. Yeah, and it's just be the top guys. Aaron, what's up, you guys? Congratulations to the Gardens on the Blue Trophy. Yep, we're fixing to do that right now. Dane, let's get into some. I'm gonna put it up here on the screen, and it'll show some scores and stuff. Let me go to present, and we're gonna do share screen, and we're gonna do Chrome tab right there, girls. There it is. Marion County 39, Spring Garden Girls 62. Ace Austin finishes the day and is tournament MVP. And Kylie and Miss Garrett and Libby all were great, as we expected. And
Libby's really turned into be good.
yes, she's a shooter.
Yeah.
And they come out and played a little slow there at first. They may have been a little nervous, or I don't know. I don't think they get nervous.
I wouldn't imagine.
But after halftime, that was it.
This may be a dumb question.
Ace come out and smoked the woods on fire with it.
Who's their 5 starters? I know Ace, Kaylee Kirk.
Ace and Kaylee.
Or Callie.
Maggie and Libby and Chloe.
Maggie Stewart.
Garrett.
Maggie Garrett.
Her and Libby and Ace and Chloe.
Chloe Rule. Okay.
Yeah. And
But their bench is very good too.
Yeah, the other 3 girls they'll pull in. I knew 1 or 2.
I thought they had a Stewart girl that played for them.
Maggie. I think it's Maggie Stewart.
It may be.
She thinks she's maybe one comes off and the Garrett girl starts.
Yeah.
All right, girls. Let's go to 2A girls, Dean. Let's see. Let's take a look over here at this bean footage. You had Mars Hill and Cold Springs.
Cold Springs has been in that thing so many times.
Let's roll over here. I'll show you guys the last here because Mars Hill winds up just beating them bad. 70-47, Mars Hill beats Cold Springs. That's 2A girls.
Somebody please answer us. Where is Cold Springs?
I don't know.
I don't either.
All right, then we'll go to 1A boys. Over here, we'll roll over here and take a look at this one here. And let's see. Yeah, the Covert Christian team did beat Oakwood. I listened to some of it. 50-46. Oakwood lost. I got to meet that coach in the media room down there. Super nice guy. Played at Jacksonville back in the 80s.
Oh, really?
Really nice guy.
Yeah, he played on the 84 championship team or something, right?
Yeah. Really nice guy, man. What a great guy to talk to.
50-46.
They're the ones that broke news with not playing on Saturday because it was their Sabbath.
Oh, was that them?
Yeah, it was their religious thing, and hey, I don't agree.
I thought they could have worked with them a little bit.
I know. I mean,
and they wouldn't.
It's not my thing personally.
No, we can't.
I think Jesus says he's the Sabbath, and I'm not going to get into a religious thing, but that's their freedom, their right to do that.
Just move the game to Friday or Sunday or Monday or something. It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, I agree. I don't.
And so they just forfeited and lost.
Yeah. Aliceville, you just mentioned that, wins by 1, 44-43 over St. Luke's Episcopal.
Aliceville, that's who beat Sandrock. Did you know that Sandrock scored more points on them than anybody did all year?
They had a shot at it, man. Jacob.
They did.
And Caden really lit it up. Congratulations,
we listened to it. But now Aliceville,
Coach Blackwell,
very good from the foul line.
He's done a good job with them, and he rides off in the sunset, and we're proud that we got to know him and come on the show, and we had a good time with him.
Guy.
Always fun to talk to, see him at games and stuff. And Mars Hill. Midfield, of course, lost to Plainview 40-37. And you mentioned these low opponents. What's up with that? What would you suspect?
Yeah, and somebody please answer this if y'all can.
40-37.
You've got Jacksonville scoring 51, Plainview scoring 40. These teams average 70 a game. Is it where they played? Is it the depth perception of playing in Birmingham? Now, Spring Garden didn't have any trouble scoring down there, though. They scored 62 in both games.
It's between Birmingham and Coleman, slightly to the west. So,
what, Cold Springs?
Yeah.
But I'm just more curious why these low scores. The defenses didn't get that much better in the Final Four. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Is it just that gym?
Maybe is that what it is? Montgomery Catholic gets to the semi there, loses to Westminster.
I don't know what it is.
Westminster beat Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Jacksonville beat Hale County. I did see Jacksonville play Etowah, and they are good.
Yes, sir.
They wound up winning 51-37. A low score beat Westminster out. 4A boys champs.
That's less than 10 points a quarter. I mean, that's just...
Let's see.
And Westminster's very good.
And the big boy ball was Hoover, 84-66 over...
Is that boys?
Central. Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't have no trouble scoring, did they? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
They beat Dothan to make it there, and Central beat Spain Park. So the same teams that play football. I was curious about
Central Phoenix City. Are you serious?
Yeah. The same ones that win football were winning basketball also.
Who won 5A? And 4. Well, Jacksonville won 4.
Yesterday, they don't have a score for Hoover and Sparkman Senators for the girls. 7A don't have a score.
I'd say Hoover. They just from what I've heard, they're about unbeatable.
5A boys.
Probably Ramsey.
Let's see. Charles Henderson beat Ramsey by 1.
And they played for it in football.
And Valley beat Scottsboro pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd roll you over to the championship game.
Charles Henderson
versus Valley Rams. And Valley beats them by 4, 54-40.
Did you know? Now, I don't know. Somebody please verify this.
That Ramsey, boy, they're good.
I think Valley may have gone undefeated. 32-0. Or 33-0. I'm not sure.
McGill Tula for 6A falls to Buckhorn Bucks. And Mountain Brook beat Bryant whatever that is. They don't cuts the word off.
What?
Buckhorn wins. They beat Mountain Brook. That's Newmarket, Alabama beats Birmingham team Mountain Brook.
Oh, I thought that said Joel Dixon
Dixon
put a story on my timeline. I'm like, why is Joel Dixon putting it?
Hot singles in your area.
If somebody can, please find out. I saw one publication that said Valley was undefeated, and I also saw one that said they were lost 1.
4A girls, Priceville takes out UMS Wright, and Prattville beats New Hope girls.
New Hope made the finals, huh?
Almost. And Prattville beats Priceville 76-59.
Prattville Christian, yes.
4A girls.
They played Cedar Bluff last year. Did you know that?
Basketball?
Early.
Oh, okay.
And somebody told me, they said, it didn't matter what we did. There was no way we could have beaten them. They're unbelievable.
I want to see what this over
I wanted to see New Hope win it.
Let's go over right here. click on this, slide this over. We're going to move on from local stuff here in just a second.
So we did have some teams from around Winnet, Plainview, Jacksonville, Spring Garden. Spring Garden, very local.
This brings up a kind of box score.
Mm-hmm.
Shows Spring Garden here. 14-5 for the first quarter. 17-17 tied before half. Oh. So they made a good run there at half. Marion, their
still
girls,
up 9 at the half.
Marion County girls, they play smooth, and they have some big girls, and they didn't get in real foul trouble.
Right.
They passed the ball well. They really rebound very well. That's what got them in trouble there. That's what kind of led to some of that. Then Garden comes out after half, and 20-13 scoring for each. Spring Garden 20, Marion 13 for the third
quarter
period.
there, 51
yes,
points.
they come out, and Ace just goes into ace mode. And
see, she scored 33, right?
It's game over. She just goes into one of her behind-the-back passes. She's doing all that. And I asked her, I said, your mama showed you that one, didn't she? She's like, yeah. I said, Coach Rat and Dad showed her that pass. I was just kidding with her. And
I'd like to know what they finished.
Smooth.
Did they finish 36? They finished 36 or 37-1. Their only loss coming to Oxford.
I ain't trying to be a homer.
Let me see.
That's the most.
I've never heard of anything like that much.
That's the most dominating team I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, definitely. That's why I didn't. And I didn't want to jinx them. Because if they'd lost, I'd have heard about it.
Spring Garden beat Prattville Christian and New Hope this year. See, there's Mason. What's up, buddy? That's Chloe's day.
But people were kind of acting like they might get beat. I'm like, no.
I didn't ever think that.
I talked to one guy, and he's like, no, you can give them the trophy before they even go down there. And let them keep it in their locker room.
And we tried to be, and Mason knows. I mean,
I think people just wanted to maybe a good game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we tried to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, there ain't nobody beating them, man.
Well, I just didn't want to jinx nobody.
But, I mean, it's hard to do a sports breakdown for a team that's they just destroyed everybody. Now the season's over, so we can say more now.
Well, yeah, you can
say
say
Lord,
that.
who's beating?
It never even crossed my mind that somebody
They
was
shoot
gonna beat.
well. Chloe coming to the game is just like a cheat code. Up, down, left, right, AB, start, boom, Chloe Rule appears. Now you got a middle presence, and she's rebounding and putting the ball back. And then with Libby and Kylie shooting the ball,
yeah,
and the Garrett girl coming in and being great too, and you got Ace running the whole circus down. I mean, behind the back, between the legs, left switch hand.
36-1. I've not saw many records better than that. Somebody went 36-0 in boys one year. That's the best record I've ever
been
saw.
watching Ace and Kylie play a lot for years.
36-1.
And I mean, Kylie's graduating. Chloe and all them's coming back.
Yeah. Now Kirk will be a loss. That'll hurt.
Yes, she's like
her threes are ridiculous.
She's kind of like team mom.
Yeah.
But her leadership qualities and just being a Kurt in general, they're all like, it's in their blood. Just to
it may kill them. They may go 31-4 next year. Sorry, Ricky.
Yeah, it's a devastating season. We win state again.
30-5. God dog it.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mark. All the years of when Neely and all them playing. I mean, from way back.
Yeah.
But this year, just with this class and only losing Kylie,
I think this bunch would have. And I know that was a thorn in their side, Pisgah.
Well,
I think they would have beat them this year. I'm talking about this year. I don't know if they.
If you could have matched,
I think they could have won 2A.
Yes, they would have. Now,
and
if you
maybe
could have matched
3.
up, if you could do time machine and put, this team and played the team that Neely and them had to play. See that Hurd girl, she's big.
See, their record was ridiculous too.
She was tall.
They probably went 35-0.
She got on some hot roll there after half.
As a matter of fact, I'll look that up.
She just got on some hot mess.
Hurd.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she plays college ball.
But so they lost 4 on that team, and Tinker was the only one to come back.
Right, which she's all-stater too.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't, and y'all can agree with me, guys. Or I don't see
Pisgah High School, Canton, North Carolina.
I don't see anybody beating them next year neither. I don't. Now when they get realigned, and if they wind up going back, because they have some big younger classes, and a lot of schools around here, the 1A schools, a lot of them are going to be too. 1A is fixing to go away, just pretty much in general, except for maybe Gelsville's, because they are so rural and so small.
Right.
But 1As are just going to kind of be a thing of the past before long. I mean, when you had like Cedar Bluff, Marcus's, 10th, 11th grade year, they bumped too. We're playing a 5, and I mean,
all right.
You're not competing with them. So I think a lot of stuff's fixing to change with the
Pisgah went 30-2 when they won it.
30-2.
Yeah, 30-2. That's according to Max Prep. Now, I don't know if that's correct. So Spring Garden went 36-1. And I know, and I'm sure Coach Austin feels the same way. I know he's ecstatic. But I wanted him to go undefeated. They wanted to go undefeated.
I know.
It's hard to do that. That's proof. It just ain't gonna happen much.
Yes.
I don't think he's sitting at home just chewing his fingernails, going, "God, why did we lose that one game?"
No, he's competitive.
Well, I think this softened the blow of losing.
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, he's happy for most coaches like that, like Coach Rat. Your thrill is seeing the kids be excited.
Right. Well, by this time, he's won plenty.
Oh, yeah. They done it. They worked, and I've showed them the way, and they carried the lantern through the dark path, and they did it. And Chloe being a new addition to and she just hit the ground running. I'm so proud of her, man. I bragged on her and just want to hug her neck and her dad. And you come from another school, and don't really have a lot of people believing in you, and you come over here and win state, and you're part of the team. It ain't like she's just over there hanging around.
She a junior?
Yeah. It's to how, like Jacob, to come from a smaller school and move up to a bigger school. You think, well, he's good, but it may take him a year to get used to that speed of the 4A. Right. No, he comes in and breaks a school record.
No, ain't got another year left.
Yes. I went over there the other day, and they're killing it. Like, really? They're going to be good. And Carson Chestnut is officially live on the scene over there, too. So, yeah, it's just amazing to watch how Chloe to come up and just come to another school and just play basketball and just be good and just go help them win state.
Yeah.
I'm proud of all the girls. And for Kylie to go out.
Sounds like they just played really well as
again.
A team.
So the last one they won, 20?
2020.
So she gets to be
they just barely got it in.
They get to
March 3rd, and then they shut down. We shut down, the 13th?
Did they win at 7? Didn't they, Mark, y'all win 16, 17?
No, that one.
They won, but didn't they go back to back when you're at 15, 16?
Oh, maybe.
But something like that. But anyway.
Yeah, but see, there's been so many great players over there. They're running together, and I don't even know who some of them are. I can't even remember anymore.
This is 8 for the school there for the girls.
Yeah. See, I can remember the last 2, but you go back to
like Neely's freshman year.
I have no idea who played on.
Who was on Neely's freshman team?
Their 5th.
Mark.
Their 5th championship. I don't know who their players were. I know they had a Peyton.
It's all about where
McGinnis, maybe. Was there a Peyton McGinnis? It was pretty good.
Mark, who was on that team with that Neely's freshman year or so? Because they won it that year. Her
I think they had a Peyton.
Sophomore, junior, freshman. Anyway,
it's with the names you forget, but the minute you hear them, you remember it.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, her. But I mean, that's just. And I have no idea who played on this first state champ.
87. Well, of course.
No, I'm talking about Rat's first ones.
Oh, yeah.
Was this the 8th for the school or 8th for Rat?
8th for the school because they can't.
Okay, so Rat's got 7.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought he had 8.
Ain't that amazing?
And he lost one in the last second. They called a foul at the buzzer and gave the other team free throws. So, and they might have lost it anyway. But I know that. Heck no, wait. Spring Garden might have been up. Mark can tell you. They called a foul on a what is it, scramble for a ball at the end of the game. And the other team beat them.
I seen a ref call a walk on a game-winning shot. Kid did the step back.
Oh, God.
Ball this way. Buzzer.
Really?
They stopped with .02 seconds left. Give the other team the ball and they won.
I heard a great story the other day about a school beating another school on a field goal. Everybody rushed the field. They cleared the field because they threw a flag. They made them re-kick it and they missed it.
I hate those stories, man. I hate for kids.
It's almost like he's saying, go pick up that flag.
Yeah, come on, man. Speaking of basketball, the Alabama Crimson Tide, the Auburn Tigers.
Hey, big win for Auburn yesterday.
Some other games to kick around. Dean, get in some of these. Kentucky, Arkansas. Tennessee,
Like
Auburn.
that was a big win for Auburn.
Miami was picked to beat Pitt, and Houston takes care of business closely over Memphis in a close
2
win.
points,
And
2 points.
Texas beats the Jayhawks, Rock Talk.
Upset them. UCLA
Yeah,
keeps rolling.
Texas was I got them checked. I just checked who was to win. Texas was picked to win that game. So
I'm
What's
not.
about UCLA and Arizona? How'd all that shake out?
Well, Arizona was up on them big, and then they just turned loose and hammered them.
I think they're
From then on, it was 21-12, Arizona.
Houston and all, they're good, man.
And then from then on, it was like 72 to
They're really good.
50.
We're talking about UCLA. Yeah, they're really. Let's put the bracket up there. We'll get into some SEC talk.
I made a post a few weeks ago that UCLA's best team in the country. I wasn't doing it to rile nobody up. I honestly believe that.
Well, yes, your opinion, and that's not a bad pick. Dean's got the schedule. We're showing it to y'all. First round, Wednesday the 8th. Ole Miss, game 1 to play at 7 o'clock, play South Carolina. Game 2, LSU will play on SEC Network to play Georgia.
Okay, start that back over, Matt. I'm sorry. I got to, if you don't mind.
Ole Miss plays South Carolina, game 1 at 7.
Okay.
6 Central.
That's Wednesday.
Game 2 be LSU and Georgia. Yes. And then the winner of LSU Georgia plays Vanderbilt.
Who's playing very well.
Game 6, but before that, game 5 is at 7. Arkansas plays Auburn at 6 o'clock, SEC Network on Thursday. And game 3 is Mississippi State and Florida. SEC, and all this is on SEC Network. Well, these here aren't. And Friday games will go to ESPN, some of them. And the winner of Mississippi State and Florida, you guys are looking there, they'll catch Bama. Bama will play Friday at lunchtime. Friday at lunch.
Now, who did you say they'll play? The winner of
Mississippi State and Florida.
You know what? That's not a great draw. Mississippi State's not bad. I mean, if they were to play Mississippi State.
The winner of that game will play Saturday at 12 on ESPN, and the winner of that championship is Sunday.
We got to watch that next Sunday. What
we'll
time?
be here at lunch.
Yes, we watched that 2 years ago.
The bottom bracket part, the winner of Tennessee and one of the Ole Miss and South Carolina, one of them is going to catch Missouri.
Missouri's got a good basketball team.
Does Auburn beat Arkansas to play A&M on Friday?
Auburn, no, because they just beat them. I think Arkansas's good.
Okay.
No, wait. I'm sorry, Matt. No, I don't think Auburn beats Arkansas.
Okay, so you got Arkansas playing A&M Friday at 6 o'clock Central Time, and the winner of Vanderbilt and LSU or Georgia, one of those will catch Kentucky. You Blue Cats Friday.
Say Vandy. And I think
SEC.
Kentucky will win that because Vandy just upset them Tuesday.
Who's Vandy get, LSU or Georgia?
Flip a coin.
I'll say LSU.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia's improved a lot, but they...
So can Vandy beat LSU?
Yes.
And then they get to play Kentucky.
Who they just beat.
Yeah.
But I don't
They're
think
playing
it's
good.
gonna happen. And I like Auburn. I like the way they play, but Arkansas is a tough draw for them, They lost to them last time. It was in Arkansas. This is in Nashville. And Auburn can play now. I mean, they had Alabama on the ropes the other night.
Neely was the MVP for the freshman championship game. Who all was on that team?
Yeah, we just want to know who some of the other players
Yeah.
were.
Love watching that girl play, Mark. Good. Yeah. Neely she played with lots of stuff.
Ask him, am I wrong? Wasn't there not a girl named Peyton McGinnis that was real good?
I don't know. But it all runs together. It does.
I mean, it does. That's what I'm saying. I'm not meaning no disrespect to the other champions. It just runs together. Heck, Ricky may not even know who all of them are anymore. You have 7 good teams. He's had more than 7 good teams. He had a 28-1 team one year that didn't even go to the Elite 8. They were 28-1. And they had, what was that girl's name? Candy Lewis?
Yeah, I remember her.
She was good.
Her daddy,
Kelly.
Runt. Oh, he's a character, buddy. Oh, Runt.
Well, she was a stud.
Yeah. So game 12.
He coached them.
ESPN semifinals Saturday. Okay, this is Saturday. So your semis will be Saturday at 12-1. Both ESPN. So championship game will be Sunday
12
at 12 on ESPN. So who do you like to break it down through there on the bracket there?
Well,
Bama, A&M, Kentucky.
I like Kentucky. They're
Arkansas.
playing very good right now. I don't think Arkansas will go too deep. Alabama is just good. I don't think they're playing great right now at all, but I think they're a lot better than the rest of the conference.
Well, Arkansas is going to have to go through Auburn and A&M to make it. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Now, Vanderbilt.
I like them. I like them. I'm sorry. They're playing good.
Vanderbilt's going to have to go through the pick. We picked LSU to beat Georgia, so they'll have to go through LSU and then Kentucky.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
Who's Alabama going to have to go through?
The winner of Mississippi State, Florida.
No, I think they'll be okay right there.
And then the winner of Missouri and whoever.
It's set up.
Ole Miss plays South Carolina. That winner plays Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And then the winner between Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Tennessee
Plays
will
Alabama.
get Missouri.
Oh, okay.
And then Bama will be. They won't get to Bama till that Saturday. One of those. So
if it's
Ole Miss,
Tennessee,
South Carolina,
again,
Tennessee, Missouri. Does any of those teams beat Alabama?
I think Tennessee definitely can.
Okay. And they would meet up with them Saturday, the 11th, at 12
They
o'clock.
have beat them. They beat them pretty good. They beat them in Knoxville, though, which Nashville's a little different.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about that in a minute. After we talk, you'll understand why I'm not real high on Alabama.
We'll break it down.
Oh, you want me to go into it right now?
Yeah.
They're just not playing good. Do you think they're playing good?
Well, the question of the day is, for the whole show was,
Can the three lose the ball game?
Yeah, can you shoot your way out of a game? And some coaches around here I've asked, and they said, yeah, I mean, you can.
Well, say they shot 36 yesterday. They only lost by 6 points, Matt. So they hit 7 for 36. That's bad.
Yeah.
They beat Arkansas and hit 3 for 22. Beat Auburn and hit 8 for 31. I mean, they've just been playing bad. But now their foul line, I don't want to say they're even playing bad. They're shooting good from the rest of the field.
Well, the three is deadly.
But they're just.
But what am I talking about? Deadly, you can win a game with it, or can you lose it?
I don't know. Can you win a game with it? Auburn hit 12 out of 20 against Alabama and didn't win.
Yeah. Well, they didn't hit enough. See what I'm saying?
I don't know. Do you think it's hurt the game?
No.
But obviously, and I'm not the only one that thinks this, Alabama is focusing way. And here's my question. Why is Oates not stopping this a little bit? And somebody's like, well, that's the way he plays.
It is. That's just what he does. Avery was the same way. The guy before him did this. I remember me and you fussing at him about, tell him to stop. He's running down the court with the ball. Don't shoot a three. Stop. And now come down, third of the court. Wham. Then he hits one as soon as we're saying don't shoot it. And then you go.
Well, okay, let me rephrase that. You asked me if Alabama can win a chip.
Yeah, can they win it this year?
Well, yeah, if they get hot. But if they're shooting 22% since the story broke.
But so can anybody. If anybody gets hot, Tennessee gets hot here, they'll put Bama out.
Yeah. But, okay, I guess my question is, does he need to... They're very good at the rim. Alabama's very good at the rim. Mm-hmm. And you almost wonder why Oates say, dude, they have 8 timeouts a ball game. 8 TV timeouts plus 5 regular timeouts. Why is he not saying nothing? Dude, stop.
Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Miller, they can't stop you. Go to the rim. I don't understand it.
I guess depending on the scoring and timing of the scores and when you're shooting the threes and if you're not getting if you're getting rebounds and putbacks, it's not a big deal.
Well, they could have been. But I know at one time yesterday.
If you're not now, it's hard.
They were 2 for 24.
Well, if you shoot and miss and they go down and score 2, you shoot and miss and they go and score 2, well, they're on a 4-0 run like that. And I've seen it happen a lot. Just quick. And they keep hitting them.
Well, I think what aggravated me about yesterday, Texas A&M did not shoot well, and Alabama lost the ball game. Texas A&M shot terrible, and yet Alabama still lost. And they just refused. They were 2 for 24 from 3. Come on, Matt. 2 for 24. Why are you and they shot 12 more after that.
They felt like they need to try to stay in the game.
Well, it was close. I don't know. I don't understand them.
That's how they play. I don't like it.
They're just as good at the rim. And see, that's the thing I don't get.
I think it's silly. I don't get it.
They're just as good going in the paint as they are shooting the 3. So let's just shoot the 3.
I don't get it. I don't. It don't make no sense to me neither.
Oh,
but every time we do this, I always play devil's advocate. You know how I am. I'm going to say, well, here's maybe why they're doing it. I don't like it. I think it's dumb.
Well, I think he brings them in with that premise. Look, man, we're going to run and gun, and we're going to shoot
Shoot in
three.
the paint. Just go in the paint and try to get fouls and go to the line and hit your free throws. Who was the old dude from Kentucky?
11 for 11. Antonio Reeves. 11 for 11. They shot 14 threes yesterday, Kentucky did.
11 for 11. That'll win you a game every time. You keep putting that boy in the line.
Yeah, what do you have, 37?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's bizarre, and it's just getting more and more every game. It was 22 one game, then 27, then 31, then 36. Does anybody say anything about it?
What about the SEC women's bracket? No, I don't. I just don't. I don't have time to watch it very much. I know South Carolina girls are great.
LSU.
Old NCAA basketball. Live by 3, die by 3.
I don't like it.
Losing Ziegler's going to kill the Volunteers.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Masons.
You're absolutely right, Mason. They did. They lost their point guard this week.
Wow.
So no, I don't think they beat Alabama. Alabama's good. Alabama don't even have to play good, and they can still win a ball game. Did you see the stat line against Auburn?
Let's put that.
Auburn out-rebounded and outshot them and everything, and Alabama won.
So Tennessee's going to get the winner of Ole Miss and South Carolina. We assume
they'll. It's going to be Alabama and Tennessee matchup that Saturday, right? More than likely.
Yes.
And then a Kentucky, Arkansas, or to Kentucky A&M.
Could be either.
Is Kentucky going to advance? I don't think Vanderbilt beats Kentucky twice in 2 weeks.
Arkansas plays Auburn Thursday, and then the winner of those plays Friday against A&M.
That's a good Thursday ball game.
Thursday's Mississippi State, Florida, and the winner of Ole Miss, South Carolina will play Tennessee, and LSU, Georgia winner will play Vanderbilt. So, yeah, Thursday's rock solid. Should be at Gilsville. We're going to try to do the media.
Auburn's going to have a tough time in the game. Do you know why? Because that's going to be do or die for Arkansas.
Yeah.
I mean, what I mean is, if they were to lose to Auburn and finish 19-13, they probably will not go to the not because it's Auburn, because they got put out in the first round of the. It could be do or die for both of them. That's an important game.
I always take it to the block.
Yes, I mean
that's the way I played. That's how Mark played when we were.
There's nothing wrong with kicking it out and shooting a three. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Alabama shouldn't shoot threes, but can we cut it down from 40 to 20? And he's not doing anything about it.
He may be behind the scenes. We don't know.
We don't know.
In the locker room, he may
be throwing stuff and saying, "You shoot another three and you're done."
Yeah, stop doing it.
It could be.
And you can't drill him out there on the court because you don't want to embarrass him. Then you'll have ESPN. I mean, he's already a horrible person with no ethics considered by some other media people because he
didn't kick off a player that he don't even know was involved.
Yeah, because the cop said, we're working it out. He didn't kill nobody, but he's a witness. So Oaks is terrible. He's a joke.
He's a killer. I'm talking about.
But that was from a lot of other fans of other schools, and they're too facetious to see that they cannot take off their fan glasses and look at it optimistically. They want to look at it through their colored glasses as fans, and they're also media. I try not to do that. I'm sure we do, but I really try not to. I try to just be honest about it.
Well, they got to find the intent.
You just want to rip this guy, and then the next story comes along, well, so-and-so, so-and-so, and then, anyway, on the next news, what? You ripped Miller for 2 days and his coach.
Miller and his coach, but Jay Morant, who I don't... he just needs to straighten up.
That was next on the thing.
He just needs to straighten up.
Yeah, he does.
But Miller and Oates need to go.
Tennessee can't beat Bama without him. I've been wrong before, but it doesn't look good.
Tennessee's got a good defensive team.
Yes.
Good defensive team.
They're going to be hard. They'll be hard out.
But Alabama's got a little revenge about them. But I don't know. Somebody was talking today, and he just said, they're not playing as a team no more. Alabama's not.
Well, they got a lot of crap going on outside of the game.
Right.
With what we were just talking about with situational Miller. So,
big three party.
Kentucky and Bama can meet up.
Yes, definitely.
Can meet
I
up.
wouldn't want to face Kentucky right now. I don't know. I say that, and Vanderbilt beat them Tuesday, which Vanderbilt's not bad now.
And Stackhouse has done a good
Vanderbilt
job.
is not a joke. He did good with them last year. I think he does a good job. He will never get any credit. You talk to any basketball fan that Jerry Stackhouse sucks. He don't.
A fun player to watch. I enjoyed watching him play back in the 90s when he was at
North Carolina.
Yeah, he could jump, man. He could jump.
And it sounds like Mason knows a lot about it. What do you think about Vanderbilt, Mason?
Yeah,
I think they're a good team.
Chloe's dad.
But I don't know that they'll get in the.
Have you met him?
Yeah.
God, he looks.
He's the one told us to sit down and get out of their way.
Yeah.
How they know him then?
Yeah.
And you was like, he's just kidding. And.
I'm.
Should the Lions move on from golf? I'm sorry. Yeah. Is that a joke?
Yeah, we got ESPN on. No, they was talking about yesterday. It's because of the draft and picks and.
He's great. He was the comeback player of the year. Oh gosh.
I played for Dean Smith.
I can't handle this stuff.
You know, Dean's a great coach.
Oh, he was. Yeah.
Really enjoyed watching him.
Did Jerry Stackhouse play for Dean Smith?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, 90 what?
93. 96, 97 maybe. No, 95.
Yeah. It was my senior year.
Now I want you to listen to this. Me and my Uncle Bobby went to the BJCC to watch Kentucky play one time. And the game before was North Carolina and Georgetown. Now I want you to listen who was on the floor.
Oh.
Jerry Stackhouse, Rasheed Wallace, and Allen Iverson. But I didn't know what I was watching. You know, they're all right. You know, that Wallace boy is pretty good.
You seen Allen Iverson? He's okay.
That's that freshman Iverson.
He can dribble a little bit.
But say, but the highlight player of that game, the primetime player of that game was Jerry Stackhouse.
Yeah.
And he played a long time in the pros.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, AI was the best pro out of those three, but Wallace was good too.
Smoke it, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
AI was very fun to watch. So that's kind of our take on the breakdown and to answer the question. The deadly three, yeah, it can put you in. I've seen it win championships, and I've seen people miss it and lose games. And if you got a presence under the goal, this is just my take on it. Before we move on,
you should move on from it.
If you got a presence under the goal and you can rebound the ball, shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, you start missing threes, and then they go down and get two, and they go down and get two, and they go down, and they get on like an 8-0 run. You're like, okay, whoa,
stop.
And we saw them do it last year. Somebody, I don't know, it was Tennessee or Kentucky, just got to pound it on Alabama, and they was on like a 12-0 run. I'm like, stop. They just kept shooting it.
I know. Well, I think the thing in Mason,
stop shooting the three.
May have watched this, and you may have saw this too. I don't think you did. I think you were at a game. Alabama had a 2-point lead on Auburn Wednesday. And Auburn had a possession, 50 seconds left. And they missed a shot, and Alabama got the rebound. They had a 6-second possession. One pass to Quinterly, he cranks it and misses it, Auburn's ball. With 50 seconds left, they could have run off 35 seconds, man.
Yeah.
And they had a 6-second possession, and he didn't say a word.
Not out there in front of us.
Not out there in front of us. And I like, you know, I'm a Quinterly fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, and I think you may be right. You said that's their style, and that's what he's promised them. Quinterly's always played like that. There ain't no hold a ball. Now, coach, let me hit this three and finish this thing.
They want to get up and down and go.
Yeah.
And that's the way a lot of kids play.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, if he brought them there under them thinking that, and I'll never hold you back. And heck. But it looks like he's like, dude, you guys are great around the rim. Let's drive that thing in, son.
But how you see how many games they've won from doing it.
I mean, they've been good on the three this year. As a whole. Just not lately.
The only reason it's a live or die is if you're not getting that offensive board.
And they may be.
Because you get a shot in the paint. Well, you got another guy in the paint, okay, to rebound the ball. That's my point. When you're shooting a three,
nobody's down there.
Yeah, maybe not. Or you got maybe 2 or 3 down there. But if you're shooting in the paint, at least you're in the area to maybe get your own rebound.
Right. And 3, you're not. Unless it's going to be a long one.
Like a St. Clair 3, third of the court. Wham! There's net out of it.
I don't know. I just think they're shooting too many. They're hitting. I mean, they hit 7. They hit 8 the game before, which looks good. And hey, they hit 8 threes tonight.
Yeah, but I mean,
can hit 25.
I don't like it. I'm coach. I'm saying that's enough of that.
I personally think Auburn South Carolina, and Arkansas, the last 3 teams they beat, those games would have been 10, 15 points had they not
Bring it down. Get in the
cranked
paint.
so many threes.
Shoot in the paint.
Have you ever seen Miller play in the paint?
Yeah, he's great.
He's great.
He'll make a lot of money one day.
What's he doing?
Shoot the ball from the free throw line area, from the corner of the free throw line in the circle there. I loved it right there. I had a little spot right there. I could hit from either side where the free throw line and the side mark meets. Right there, man. I could come down and do a turnaround, use the glass off that side, bam.
Well,
and you get fouled. And you go to the line.
I know.
It's like they don't want to play basketball. They just want to come down and fire it up. Wham, 3.
Clowney's good inside. Bediako's good. 36-24. 36 threes, 24 2-point field goals yesterday. And like I said, A&M beat them and didn't even play good. They did shot good from the line. Now, Bama has been shooting great from the line.
That helps.
Yes.
And that may be why you get into the statistical part of it. And you see that they're winning, but then you start getting into statistics. Well, they missed some threes, but they're still winning games, and you think, well, they're winning it from the paint. Well, how many free throws they hit? Oh, well, they hit 90%. Oh, well.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those statistics.
It's even. It's evening now.
Yes, you can even it out.
I just don't think a 7 for 36 performance will work in March
I would
Madness
lose my mind.
against UCLA.
I would throw my jacket out on the floor with a cheer.
Do you think that's going to beat Kansas?
No.
No.
I would take the cheer and go out on the floor on three-point line as a coach and stand in the cheer like this. Stop shooting the three, or you not hear what I'm saying? But he don't. He says, we're going to run and gun and have fun, so they're going to run and gun.
That's why they love him.
Shoot yourself out of the tournament, and they'll lose. And they'll win a game or two, and
But,
they'll be out.
hey, they get hot.
Look out.
Look out. It's going to be hard. Because they're going to put them up. What was I holding? You just made a good point about something, and I was going to give you credit for it. What was it?
The statistics,
I can't remember.
free throws.
Yeah, there was the free throws. They can even out, and it looks like, you're just sitting there looking at the one thing like I did. Mm-hmm. I am. 7 for 36, how'd they win? Well, they went 22 for 25, I guess. And I'm going to tell you something. That's one thing I love about the tournament. The home cooking has gotten way out of hand this year. Auburn comes to Alabama the other day. Auburn gets 30 fouls. Alabama gets 20. Kentucky, Vanderbilt goes to Kentucky the other night, shoots 35 free throws. Kentucky does. Guess how many Vanderbilt shoots?
20.
13.
Oh, no.
I mean, why are you doing people like that?
Oh.
Why is the home team getting everything? I don't understand. That would be a good psychological study. Why?
I'm sure somebody's done one on it.
I think it's, are you afraid of the crowd? Are you afraid the crowd's going to turn on you?
Yeah. Well, refs think, ain't nobody got no kahunas no more to do anything. People can't even stand up for what's a boy and a girl anymore. Well, what's a boy and a girl? Oh, well, let's see. They can't even do that. You think they're going to make calls on the court when they get... No, cowards.
I'm sorry.
Returning Nittany Lions.
All right.
College football here. That's our college basketball stuff, and we'll see y'all through the week. May have a media day at Gillsville Thursday, Friday. During the tournament, we'll grab the kids as they come off the field and the coach and sit down and chat with them for
Thursday,
10
Friday.
minutes.
Right.
And talk to them, have the media day there, kind of like the NCAA does.
I'm sorry, I
I
can't
don't know
over
what's a cat or a dog. Well, I don't know, John.
You can claim whatever.
Can only women get pregnant? Well, it could be a trans, No, it can't. Shut up. No, it'll never happen.
Oh, God.
Penn State's number 13 right now in recruiting. They've really moved
I love their coach. Sorry. I think it's the look. That cross-eyed.
What are you talking about? Boys and girls, they're all the same. No, they're not.
Yeah, they're all the same. Keep thinking that, Jeff.
Penn State's number 13 recruit class. They moved up 2 spots here just last month. Offensively, running back Nick Singleton, wide receiver Kendrick Lamar Smith, offensive line, about all them guys are coming back. Defensively, the Isaac kid's back, the Townland defensive end's a big guy, and then they have a Keaton Ellis, safety. He's a 5th-year senior. He's coming back to play also.
Keaton Kildrow.
33 4-stars and 4 5-stars.
33? Hey, I've heard of a lot of talent in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Now, that team I broke
In
down
Ohio.
that day.
I'm going to quit your right
Well, that
side.
Pennsylvania, remember that high school team I broke down for some kid 2 weeks ago? That's where they played at. Some little small Catholic school. Mm-hmm. And he's going to South Carolina, and he's great. Four-star linebacker Kerryon Jackson. In this class, they're recruiting 103 tackles in 7 games at high school career.
How many now?
7.
103?
Yes.
That's 15 a game, huh?
That's
a lot.
Kerry Jackson, guy, he's headed to Penn State. And, of course, defensive coach Manny Diaz.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's their defensive coach.
I did not know that.
Safety, King Mack, guy from Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, gosh.
Quarterback, 5-star Joe Allar, quarterback. 6'5".
Clifford finally gone?
Yeah. 6'5", 240. This guy's a 5-star prospect, played up there in that area. He's
6'5", 240.
He's supposed to be good.
I don't think Penn State's a bad program.
Do they have a shot at it? Let's look inside here. 2022, they went 11-2 and won the Rose Bowl over Utah.
Right. Very good team.
Open at home versus West Virginia. September 2nd, guys. College football will kick and we'll be so happy.
September 2nd, yes.
At home the next week versus Delaware.
I think they'll be okay there.
Then they will go to Illinois the 16th.
Illinois has gotten better.
They will host Iowa. Illinois basketball went to overtime Thursday night. Well, that was a good game.
Illinois had some good basketball teams, and they got a little better. They were good. Wasn't they real good this year in football? Their defense was great.
They were a lot better, yeah.
Didn't they nearly beat Michigan?
They had a good run. They were like 4-0 or something.
Yeah.
Iowa, Cade McNamara, quarterback, Big Ten champ.
Oh, Cade McNamara went to Iowa?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They'll play them the 23rd, Penn State will. Then they go at Northwestern to enter on a 11-game losing streak last year. Northwestern's terrible. They'll be home versus UMass. Week 8 at Ohio State. That's October 21st.
Tough one.
Then they're at home versus Indiana. Then they go to Maryland. And then November 11th, big game at home, whiteout versus Michigan. They had a few turnovers when they played them last year, and Michigan just kind of outshined them. Michigan had a good team last year.
They did. People like to think that they didn't, or say that they did. I don't know. They just had a tough time against TCU. The 2 pick sixes is what.
Yes, he just wasn't steady. He looked nervous.
And he usually don't throw interceptions.
That's the November 11th. They play Michigan.
Okay.
Penn State at Penn State. They'll host Rutgers, and they'll finish the season at Michigan State, which is November 25th. Michigan State was 5-7 last year. They play for the Land Grant Trophy. That's to finish the season off.
So what do you think? Their schedule not real easy, but not very, very.
It's a 2-game schedule.
Yeah. Not very hard.
October 21st at Ohio State, and then November.
So you got real
the
close
11th,
to each other. 3 weeks.
You got a week between. You got home Indiana, and you got to go to Maryland. You come back. You go to Maryland, and you come home and play Michigan.
I don't know. I mean, I think they could probably go 11-2 again.
Yeah.
Could. I mean, I don't know. Maryland will be okay. Illinois will be okay.
They're going to be pre-ranked number 5 in the nation. Penn State will. When you start seeing college stuff come out, they're going to have them ranked
at
5.
They can stay there. I mean.
Well, this quarterback's supposed to be good. He was the juice master. He was supposed to be good. And McNamara's supposed to be at Iowa, Big Ten champ from 21.
Yeah, I remember him. So McCarthy, it was between McNamara and McCarthy won it. JJ, right? And his name JJ? Their quarterback?
Cade McNamara.
Cade McNamara and JJ McCarthy. I didn't know he went to Iowa, though.
Yeah. So can Penn State, that's the thing, do they have a shot at this? Can Penn State, get in the playoff? Mm-hmm. They're gonna have to beat one of them. Now, depending on how their divisions lay out, they do East and West.
Right.
Depending on how all that finishes out, I don't know why not. I think they can have a good season.
Hey, if they were to fool around and upset one of them, let's say they win the games they're supposed to, which is
like Delaware,
not 10 of them.
UMass, Indiana,
yeah,
Iowa.
They're not going to be favored to lose any of those games.
Iowa may play them good.
Iowa will play them good, and Illinois may, Maryland may.
No, Maryland's going to be bad this year.
Oh, they're not? No.
Oh,
I thought they'd be good.
They lost a bunch of recruits. They're all in the combine.
Oh, okay.
They lost a big class. Tua's little brother. And
is
all
he
them.
back?
They're all.
Oh, I didn't know that. I need to do my investigating more.
They're not going to be Ohio State, Michigan, and Iowa. If they win 2 of those 3.
Yeah, well, what if they fool around and go 11-1, getting Hey, you might see Penn State in the playoff. Last year for the playoff, by the way.
Yep, this is the last one.
I can't say that I'm going to miss it.
Well,
it cuts out all argument because there's not going to be a lot of argument. Well, we were 13. Why were we 13, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, then the new rules and how stuff's fixing to change too. You can't ice the kicker. The clock's going to continue to run when
Did
it's
they
set.
pass those?
I don't know yet. The clock will run, start to keep running as the ball's spotted before 2 minutes. There's not going to be you can't just, the clock's going to run once they set the ball. And they're talking about, well, it's going to save some time, and if it saves, 10, 20 plays a game, it's for the safety of the players. Dude, don't tell me that. Joel Klatt come on there a while ago talking that garbage.
But you're adding games.
Yeah, but you're adding commercial time. That's what it's about. So Netflix and Amazon Prime and HBO Max can run ads.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Don't try to.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're worried about y'all's safety, but the NFL, y'all going to play one more game now.
Yeah, don't try to pee down my leg. Tell me it's raining. That's what Granddad just said, right?
Yeah, I love you. I don't want you to get hurt. Now drive these bombs over to that landfill.
Take this hammer and walk out in that sand with this knife and plink in the dirt over in Germany and look for mines.
Todd, I love you, and you mean the world to me. Now let's get out in this boat and go get this great white.
Let's get it. Moby Dick, here we come.
You don't buy it. Don't pee down your leg and what?
Tell me it's raining.
I like that.
Just don't do that. So I don't. It's all a bunch of hogwash. They're trying to make more time to make TV ads. For why? To make money. That's what it's all about.
Cut back on all these games. We was talking about that earlier. Good gosh, man.
The NFL plays too many.
17? What's the point?
That's too many. Start later. Start a month later. If you're going to run to February, don't start. Start in October or something.
Yeah.
Or start in January. And instead of, but they running XFL stuff then. Well, you going to play for TV ads? That's what all this is about. All this is about is TV ad revenue, right?
Right.
Because why do you think? Why did all those teams? Colorado may be wanting to go to the Big 12.
They get in
the Big 10 with Iowa State now. Ohio State.
I thought they was wanting to go to the Big 12.
They're in the Pac-12 now.
I'm talking about with that bunch with TCU and Iowa State, Kansas, and all that. That'd be a good addition.
That's what they're going to do because the Pac-12 stock is falling. Business-wise, stock people, California is a mess. Nobody's invested money. Nobody wants to be out there. People are insane. Their policies are crazy, and their people are too. And football teams are running. USC and UCLA, remember? They're going to Big Ten.
I had a buddy that went out there one time during football season. He said they could care less out there. I don't care nothing about that.
No. They're too worried about junkies living under the bridge throwing doo-doo on cop cars when they drive by. Ain't you some of this, corporate? Those are things that
California is not real well. I'm sorry, I'm not being mean, guys. If you're liberal or if you're right wing, whatever, California is not well liked as a state.
Well, no, and if the San Andreas goes off and splits,
and nobody's gonna care.
If it splits
here, I hate to say that, I care. But
if it splits them off into their own island.
I mean, they may be. That's the most hated state. They may be more hated. Well, they're not more hated than Nazi Germany, but they're hated.
Jeff is an Ohio State fan. Thank you, Jeff, for that. Penn State stays in the East. Okay.
Hey, Copper.
Yeah, he crap all over his windshield. There's psychos out there. Joe Rogan and them left. All these people with money. He said the heroin, the drugs, nasties, doo-doo in the streets. Tents. Wrapped up in newspapers and drunks and winos and people walking around doing these drugs and just standing out there.
Where's this at? Just Los Angeles, yes, San Francisco?
Yeah, LA. It's terrible.
They say that like 7%, and it's ungodly the number of serial killers that come from northern. But let's give them a break. Man, there's 40 million people there. There's a ton of people in California.
There's a lot of people in Texas, and that's where everybody's moving to. Property values, taxes, policies.
What are some of California's
jobs,
policies?
Their property tax. I talked to a guy that I used to work with. He's retired, and his sister stayed. She still lives in California, I think they're around Sacramento-ish area.
Mm-hmm.
Just she tells him what he told her what he paid here his first year living here, his property tax, and she said, "That's what we pay a month."
Well, they pay $6 a gallon. They have to pay their food. I heard it's unreal.
But they don't have a tax. Spoiled children are near Watts, South California, USC.
What's that?
University of Spoiled Children, USC.
Oh,
that's what people make fun of that.
I think they've got a good team.
But all that's going on out there. So yes, Colorado, Arizona State, they're going to end up going to the Big 12. They're going to be the Big 10. They're going to play with Ohio State and all them, I guess. Or are they going to go play with the Big 12 and play with? Well, there is no Oklahoma, Texas, so.
They may move into the Big 12 since Oklahoma and Texas are left.
That'd be a good spot for Deion, Coach Prime, to come in
and I'm not saying it's a bad conference, but it's not as strong as the SEC. It would be a good conference for them to compete.
Texas Tech,
big Texas Tech, TCU, Kansas State, Iowa State, Baylor. I think that'd be a good conference for them to get in, and that the travel wouldn't be ridiculous.
No.
I wish Nebraska would get in that conference.
Colorado's nearly right.
I think things would go better.
Go back to where they was.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't want to go stupid.
Yes, sir.
That one don't make no sense. It's as bad as USC going to the Big Ten. What? They're going to do it. Why? That's what I started this with. Why?
Nebraska, please go back to the Big 12.
TV revenue. That's why USC's leaving California. They can't make no money when your governor says, "We're shutting the state down. My secretary's got the sniffles. Close it down. Put mask on everybody. Everybody get your shots."
Wait, now what? What was that?
Everybody has to get their shots because their secretary gets sniffles. Well, when people can't go to football games and can't get in, how is your?
I'm not knocking them.
How is your AD going to get paid?
Are they still taking the COVID serious?
Yes. His sister says, you better mask up when you go to New York. You better have a mask on when you go in town. Cops will say something to you. Hey, let's get it up.
Still?
Yeah.
Even with this strain not being...
It don't matter. It don't. They're scared to death, man. They just watch a particular type of TV and they believe everything they hear. Instead of doing some common sense says, if I can pee through this mask, it's not going to stop a particle that's 10,000 nanograms smaller.
Right.
And I said that when this started. I lost friends. Well, they wouldn't be friends. I lost people because I said that. I said, if I could pee through a mask.
There's just not a lot of people wearing masks anymore. And I understand some of them, and I won't get sick at all. I'm talking about I won't get no cold, no flu, nothing.
Well, good luck with that. You're just not going to happen.
Right.
Pollen's up. I may well be without a mask on.
Yeah.
Because I get allergies.
Well, I mean that. I'm not. I think the mask has brought people to doing that. Hey, I just gonna wear this stinking thing because I don't want nothing.
I can't wear them.
I don't like wearing them.
Fogs my glasses.
I did wear them. I did wear them at school for a long time.
We'll do XFL and we'll get off here. Sea Dragons did beat the Vipers yesterday. Good game. I watched that 30-26. And the Brahmas will play the Roughnecks here in about an hour. And the Renegades, 1-point win over the Guardians. I did not get to see that. I missed it. And we watched AJ finally lost the game. 34-28. Hawks. And they come back and had it tied up. AJ McCarron, what a great game he had.
Now, when's the USFL start?
April.
So we got 3 pro leagues now. Wow.
April.
Okay. That's what Birmingham won last year, right?
Yeah.
With Bo.
Yeah.
Bo Scarborough. Okay, so let me ask you a question. NFL's the best. Is the XFL the second group? The second best? Are they better than the players that play in the USFL?
I don't know.
Or is it about the same between the XFL and the USFL? Let me say one more thing.
I don't know.
This is way off the subject, but you were talking about money.
They're pretty close.
But I've been mad for a year over all these players leaving the PGA to play in this Saudi Arabian League of golf.
Yeah, you told me that last week.
Then I saw how much money they make.
Yeah, you told me that last week. What is it? The VI?
Well, you went up.
VIP?
LIV.
LIV.
You may win $5 million every time you win it's just unreal.
They were just talking about that.
I think all of them's going to end up going over.
Crane Company. They had it on there. How much money they was making?
It's ridiculous. Their payout. How much money they got?
See who's this yak wagons on here, huh? Who's those guys?
The Deadly Three. Was that yours?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I think a lot of teams shoot. I wish they quit putting a premium on it.
Yeah, this one right here, it's a Netflix show.
That's the bunch who was just tearing
Full
oats apart, right?
Yeah, Full Swing is the name of a Netflix show. You might want to check that out.
Okay.
And it's about that, whatever, that LIV golf.
Yeah.
It's got some of that in there. His daddy-in-law played at Alabama. That guy there, Blaine. Yeah.
It's something. I seen him in a wheelchair. Is he?
No, he's not in a wheelchair.
Oh, I thought he was in a wheelchair.
No.
Oh.
He was kneeled down. Them guys talking.
Oh, I thought he was in a wheelchair.
But anyway, the McDowell, the Netflix guy just got sentenced.
Alex Murdaugh.
The Murdaugh. And everybody keeps saying Murdoch because there's no C in it.
It's not Murdoch.
It's Murdaugh.
It's Murdaugh.
D-A-U-G-H.
I think.
Murdaugh.
And somebody told me his name was Alec. Is it Alec or Alex?
He says Alec, but it says A-L-E-X.
Okay, so let me get this
It's
straight.
like the guy that said Achilles.
It's Alex Murdaugh.
Chulus.
Well, somebody else told me the other day his name's they pronounce it Alec.
He says Alec when he answers the phone, but on that Netflix show it says A-L-E-X.
Well, that's Alex.
Yeah. But it's Murdaugh. He tried to have a guy
I
wind up
kept hearing
trying
him
to
say Murdoch too.
He had a guy try to shoot him at one time or something. He's changing a tire. And
Well, all it got into was money problems. I just can't believe he
I
killed
found
his boy.
it waited till the end to really tell why. Gambling, he was in big in Vegas.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
His wife supposedly, allegedly killed the maid, pushed her down the stairs, busted her head, took out an insurance policy because she said she tripped over the dogs.
And she said she's going to give all that money to the kids. They didn't give none of it to them.
Gambled it.
He did.
To Vegas. So he had a pill problem and a
I'm going to watch that.
a gambling addiction.
I'm going to have to because I'm out of the loop.
I know. I wasn't going to watch it.
I don't really want to watch
I
it.
didn't either. And I was like,
But I've got to.
Now everybody's talking. Look, I went in the store over at Harton's and somebody's like,
Did you watch
well,
that Murdoch?
yeah,
Murdoch?
No.
Tim Harton.
Tim. Somebody asked, Tim, did you see that Murdaugh show last night? Yeah, I tell you what, they got out there and them dogs and hunting and stuff, and I don't know, and he shot that, and I'm like,
Tim's
so I go to Piedmont on my delivery. I go in the store there.
That's what they're talking.
Somebody else said, "Did you watch that show last night?" I said,
Dog.
Blood snot.
Hey, he's throwing stuff at us like them cops. Like they do them cops.
But Murdaugh, so I went to 2 stores that day.
And they both mentioned it. You know what I think some of that is?
I told Steve, so we got to watch this.
Yeah, if you've noticed that there's not a lot of great stuff comes on TV anymore.
I saw on Netflix.
And when it does, everybody gets excited about
Chris
it. Like,
Rock, it's got a new special on.
is it supposed to be good?
He's talking about Will Smith slapping him.
Was that a setup or just...
I think it was. I don't care what he says.
Oh, but yeah, I want to watch the Murdaugh. Oh, Tim...
I like it.
Tim Harton, speaking to him, he said, I love college basketball until it gets down to 4 minutes and I just shut it off. Because all that fouling and hacking.
Oh, yeah, it takes an hour to watch it. I know.
He's pretty funny.
Yes.
Big, huge Alabama fan.
Yeah, we loved him. He's good people.
Yeah.
Right. Guys, we'll probably see y'all through the week. We're going to try to do a media day at Gainesville Thursday and Friday. Get all the boys and girls and
should be able to.
10 minutes a team.
I wouldn't think there would be any problem.
If they don't get canceled, if it don't rain bad. I don't think it's supposed to. So I'm going to try to. I'm not 100% on that. I need to authenticate it with the principal at Gainesville.
Yeah, that should
Terry.
be. I mean, I don't know. We don't know.
He didn't think it'd be a problem, but he
I
has to
wouldn't
ask
think.
people too. You can't just say yeah.
Yeah, because they don't want to say yeah and then turn around and say back.
What are they doing over here? Nobody's going to care because
I wouldn't think.
the assistant principal is.
Unless they're having
Assistant
basketball
principals.
practice. Who is their assistant
It's
principal?
Mr. East, ain't it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm
Who's
pretty
Gainesville's
sure-
assistant?
I'm pretty sure it is. And both those guys know us very well. They know
It was
what
Kyle, but Kyle's over.
right. They know what we're doing and what we're promoting to kids and so yeah.
Well, there really ain't another good time to do it for them.
Well, one of them has a tournament on a Saturday, and then the other one, it's just going to be impossible to make it happen this year because it started so early. Because basketball, it started in basketball.
No, I know.
So last year we got done because Spring Garden had just went out right before Birmingham, and softball was just starting. So we hit it just right. We could get them. You know what I'm saying?
And I know I'm not.
But scheduling got all because of the state. When they
I know.
Can't do nothing about it. They can't do nothing.
Everybody knows my connection to the state of Kentucky, and I don't act like Kentucky's a better state than Alabama. But I'm sorry, I like the way they do their baseball. You don't play a baseball game till April.
After they're trying to start them early now to get done before graduation.
But here's the thing: you make it to state playoffs in Kentucky, you're playing baseball June 16th.
See, they done graduated. How you have?
You don't even go on your graduation trip. You play in the baseball state Final Four.
They're trying to get away from that here. That's why they moved it.
So they're trying to completely. They don't want no baseball going on.
For graduation, you're trying to be done. Because you got kids that don't even part of the school. They've graduated. Legal issues.
They won't do it.
Could arise. So
they will not do it. Well, yeah, I mean, because they're graduated. Well, they do it in Kentucky.
All right, guys. We'll probably see y'all. Look for us Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll be live over at
excited
Gainesville.
about the SEC tourney, too.
Yep. They'll start Thursday. No, Wednesday.
Starts. Yeah, those are what you call play-in games. I'm not making fun of those teams, but that's where the worst teams in the league play.
Wednesday night. Ole Miss and South Carolina, LSU and Georgia.
Daddy said them teams used to win it. Like there'd be some sorry games supposedly on Wednesday. They said a couple times that team would come on and win the thing.
But you won't see Bama and Kentucky till Friday.
Tim Harton told me he used to go to the SEC tournament all the time when it was in Birmingham, and you could get in for next to nothing and stay all day.
$10 stay, eat popcorn, hot dogs.
Daddy did too.
$1 hot dogs, 50-cent popcorn, $1 drinks.
Daddy went and got something to eat at a sports bar one time, and something happened, and they had to leave, and like Daddy and my mom's brothers had to run out of there. So like there's cops coming, and my daddy's running. Jimmy Dean. But that was the SEC tournament. 1981.
All right, let's get off here. All right, we'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good week. Take the umbrella with you when it rains. Thursday, maybe Friday, maybe may rain. Thursday,
Good
Friday.
Gosh, are them two brothers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, y'all keep your heads clear and your hearts full of God, and we love you and we thank you. And Jeff and Mark and everybody else. Y'all have a good week. Thank you, Jeff. Always good to see you on here, Mark. Y'all have a good week. See y'all.